Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lambert, owner of Elizabeth Lambert Designs and Personal Styling. My boutique is a place for women to come and find the beauty that's hidden inside of their hearts. My philosophy is fashion does not define beauty. You define beauty. Tell us what you are and who you are by what you wear. At my shop, you're going to find first-class treatment because I am client-centered and all about you. My contact information is info@Elizabeth Lambert Designs and Personal Styling. I would love to help you find your next dress.
Now, those are some great stories, yes. So tell me, if a woman wants to start writing, or she wants to start telling her story, how would you even begin? I mean, do you just... I have no idea. I'm not a writer.
I've often encouraged women to just write letters.
Oh.
Just write letters. One of the nice things about letter writing, you may write it to yourself, you may write it to your niece, your daughter. We don't worry about grammar. We don't worry about punctuation. We just get words on paper. And that's key, is to get words on paper. I found not long ago a letter Kurt had written to me when we were 22 years old. Oh my goodness. Was it insightfully informative? No. Did it profess his undying love? No. It was just a letter. But if that had been an email, it would have been long gone. So just write a letter. Add a paragraph to the card you're sending. Just start getting words down on paper. And like I said, letters take us out of the, oh gosh, I don't know how to write. I'm not an author. I'm not a writer. Yeah, you are. We all are. We all are. We can all do it. If you can write an email, you can get it down on paper. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about your books.
Okay.
You are author of 2 books.
So Fruit of My Spirit was my first book. And really, it just started out one story. And one story, this will happen, one story just led into another story, which led into another story, and became a theme. So it was Fruit of My Spirit. So this is missteps, misdeeds, those miss moments that connected to much bigger, more important lessons in life.
So is there a funny one that you want to share with us?
Oh, golly, a funny one.
A funny misstep.
A funny misstep.
Camping. Okay, I'm putting her on the spot here.
Okay, so I just flipped open to camping because anyone who knows me knows that I do not camp. I do not camp. I don't like the smell of smoke in the hair, don't like being dirty, don't like sitting on logs, no. So and it came from, I was a campfire girl. And you always go camping as campfire girls. And we took a canoe trip that was an overnight canoe trip that ended up being a major storm canoe trip. Like we're hiding underneath these metal canoes to get out of a thunder and lightning storm. I might not have been here today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So from that moment, I decided, God made condos that have washers and dryers, that have heat, showers. I can do this with a pool outside. So
yes. That is great. That is great. I do remember we always had to do the tippy test with a canoe because when you tip the canoe the other way, you can swim up inside of it, and then there's that pocket of air.
I hated that.
I was a Girl Scout. Yeah, we did that too.
Campfire girl. Yeah. I didn't do well at arts and crafts. I didn't do well at the camping. I didn't do well much.
Yes. So what else would you like to let these gals know as they start telling their story and as we walk forward in this fireside little chats and telling people's experiences? Is there a formula to telling a story at all, or?
Just get the words down. I think what happens is we think there's a way that it needs to be done.
Yeah.
No, your story is your story. This is your chance to tell your story as you need to tell it. There's nobody who's giving you a look like, no, that really really didn't happen that way. There's no one who interrupts and says, wait a second, what are you talking about? No, it's your story. And just tell it. And like I said, don't worry about the grammar. Don't worry about the punctuation. Don't worry if it has a beginning, middle, and end. You're not in 8th grade English. It's your story. And just tell it. And you may start with a letter. You may want to do something more permanent with them. What's really nice now is Staples, Office Depots have wonderful ways of binding your book. So if you do have something that you do want to preserve, that you want to share, you can do that now. You start with Shutterfly. They give you the words. You just put the pictures in and they'll make it pretty and, send you a book. And if you really do get into storytelling, what's really nice is we live in an age where there are so many ways you can tell your story. You can go to Amazon. You can upload it. I knew when I was doing my own books that I did not have 10,000 Twitter followers. I was not going to be picked up by a traditional New York publisher. But what's so cool was I was able to publish through what is called assisted publishing, which means that I connected with someone. I got to be the general contractor, and I subbed out the plumbing and the electrical work. I had someone who did the editing for me. I had someone who did a cover design. I had someone who did a layout for me. So I had a way of putting together a beautiful book without having to be dependent on somebody else saying, no, this is how we're going to do it. So there's wonderful ways for us to tell our stories now.
So wonderful. Well, thank you for coming and sharing a little bit about how to tell a story and a little bit about your story too.
Thank you.
I just want to invite all the gals out there to join us next time when we are telling some other stories and passions of the heart. So,
Passions.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.